I'm just sharing some of the latest books from Wisdom Publications. And the first book I wanted to talk about was the 14th Dalai Lama's Stages of the Path. This is a new book from His Holiness. And today is His Holiness's birthday. So everyone around the world celebrating His Holiness's birthday. So it's very auspicious to be talking about His Holiness's book today. And this is an amazing book. And basically, it's guidance for modern practitioners, quite thick. And His Holiness talks about happiness, the key to happiness, Buddhist perspective on that, Buddhist perspective on religion, science, and he goes through the whole path from Sutra to Tantra. So this is volume 1. There'll be a volume 2 as well coming out next year. So that's the first book I wanted to share. And the second book is a very technical book for those who love the topic of Sema. This book is called Freedom Through Correct Knowing. And actually, it's a text that's been translated from Kedrup J. And it's on basically mind and awareness. And the cool thing about this is it was translated by Geshe Tenzin Namdak, who's a Western Geshe who studied at Sarah, and he's a Geshe Larampa, well-trained. And what he's done is translated this really technical and complicated text. It's very important about teaching you about how to go from, confused mind to a mind that's reliable on really important topics like emptiness, for example. And he not only translates this text, but he also provides a commentary so that we can better understand what Kedrup J is talking about. So this is like a Golukpa understanding of the mind and perception. So the third book is called Early Buddhist Oral Tradition. And these all books will be out in the next month or so. So this book is by Bhikkhu Analayo. And Bhikkhu Analayo talks about his way of understanding what the Buddha taught according to early Buddhism. So what Bhikkhu Analayo does is he looks at sutras or discourses from the Buddha, and he looks at them in a number of languages. So the same sutra, the same discourse in Pali, Sanskrit, Chinese, Gandharan maybe. And then he extracts from that, what are the variables? What's the same and what's different? And he explains what we can learn from doing this type of research, how we can know, early Buddhism, so like the first 200 years after the Buddha was alive, what the Buddhists practiced and what teachings they followed. So it's a really nice book. And finally, in terms of books, we have this massive volume. And this is a history of Buddhism in India and Tibet. And it's by the amazing translator, Dan Martin. And this is by a scholar called Daegu, and he's from the 13th century. And he wrote this text that explained basically the Tibetan perspective of Buddhism in India, and then the Tibetan history of Buddhism. So, and what Dan Martin has done for us is created an amazing introduction. So the introduction alone is worth reading. And then the footnotes from Dan Martin are just amazing. So if you're interested in, an early sort of telling of the history of Tibet and also the history of Buddhism in India, then this is the book for you. Part of the Library of Tibetan Classics series, a great series. And I think we're going to talk about one course, and that's That course is Foundations of Mindfulness, again by Venerable Analayo, who we just talked about with the early Buddhist texts. And so you can enroll in this course. And Venerable Analayo is an expert on mindfulness practice. He's done the research on this word smriti or sati, and just tracing back this word through the different texts, the different layers of history of how it's been taught. And then he engages different scholars like John Kabat-Zinn, who teach mindfulness in contemporary world. So you get this view of mindfulness from, the early days when the Buddha taught it right up until the contemporary practices. And basically this course is aimed at how you can bring mindfulness into your daily life and improve your daily life. So thank you everyone for hearing about some of our most recent offerings. And we'll be back shortly with Karma Trinley Rinpoche. Thank you.